So welcome to video lecture of lesson 4.3. This is our last lesson and we will discuss about statistical treatment. So okay mabother dun sa title na statistical, no? It may sound like maraming computation pero wala naman tayong gagawing computation dito. You just need to familiarize yourself with different formulas and kung kailan sila ginagamit. Okay? So, I divided this lesson into two topics. First is you have to know your variables and then the statistical treatment. So, let us recall lesson 1.3, no? You still remember the content of lesson 1.3. It is about the variables and yung classification ng variables. So, again, variables is any observable characteristic, number, or quantity of a person or object. In the context of research, o in the context of your research, yung variable yung sinusukat ng survey nyo. Survey questionnaire. Now, these are the types of variables according to their data. Una is qualitative variables. Pag sinabing qualitative variables, yung value natin are categories. Now, there are two levels of measurement under this type. We have nominal and ordinal. Pag sinabing nominal, yung categories natin ginagamit lang for label. Halimbawa, we have gender, so we have male, female. We have strand, so ABM, Humes, STEM, and gas. Pag ordinal naman, yung categories, merong order. May hierarchy. For example, yung year level, so you have first year, second year, third year, fourth year college. Okay? Yung educational attainment, undergraduate, graduate, doctorate, and so on. Quantitative variables are variables whose value are numerical or numbers. And meron tayong dalawang level of measurement dito. Interval data and ratio data. So in interval data, the difference between each numerical value is measurable. But it has no true value of 0. What we mean by true value of 0 is that at different unit of measurement, iba-iba yung ibig sabihin ng 0. Like for example, in Celsius, when you say 0, that is the freezing point of water. But in terms of Fahrenheit, 0 is the freezing point of salt water. Another characteristic of interval data is that it can be negative. Okay? So, the only operation that we can perform in interval data is addition and subtraction. For ratio data, this is the highest level of measurement. Yung numerical values natin, merong true value of 0. Ibig sabihin, at any unit of measurement, iisa lang yung ibig sabihin ng 0. Another characteristic is that it cannot be negative. So, ratio data is either 0 or positive. Now, the reason why ratio data is the highest level of measurement because we can perform several mathematical operations here. So, aside from addition and subtraction, pwede rin tayong mag-multiply and divide. Okay, next we have two types of numerical data. So, first we have discrete data. Pag sinabing discrete data, yung value niya o yung numerical value is obtained through counting. So, yung discrete data, pwede siya sa kahit na anong levels of data. Mapanominal, categorical, ordinal, interval, and ratio. Pero mas ginagamit siya sa categorical variables like nominal and ordinal. Next, we have continuous data. So kapag continuous data naman, yung mga value niya nakukuha through measurement. Continuous data is only possible for interval and ratio data. Now, at this point, no, tapos na kayo ng chapter 1, ng chapter 2, and you're working now on your chapter 3. You should be aware of the importance of variables in quantitative research. So without it, you will not be able to solve your research problem. And you should be able to define the variables of your research. When I say define, dapat alam nyo na yung classification ng variables nyo, kung yan ba ay quantitative or qualitative, if it is discrete or continuous, and yung level ng measurement. And, of course, you must have a proper instrument. In your case, you must have a proper survey questionnaire to measure your variables.